Oh, but what was it that Professor Mean said? The end justifies the means? Alright guys, we're back. We are still trying to figure out who killed Professor Corte to survive the dark age of the law. You must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. He had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Woods' script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Alright. Let's go to the maintenance area. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there, onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa! You scared the crowd out of me. Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so that I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up, my training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Alright, the girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her. Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible. That is... which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem. Ask away. Keep 'em coming, man! Ouch, my ears ache already. Robin Newman. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pottery or a plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration. But it's not half bad. Wicked statues. Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Corte if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Corte was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result in the truth is the truth. That, and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guy's side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, and you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. About the murder. Aw, man. Why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper from studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name. You'll see. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge. The three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law, ha! We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man. Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid holier-than-thou school. A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their dreams. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Yeah, I see that. Anything to present to him? Can I present the planner? Whoa, did you make that? Let me fire it and kill in for you. No. What can I get him? No. No, it doesn't look like... Wow, he's smashing a lot of pots. Alright, let's leave here. That other guy's got to be around here somewhere. The brainy guy. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here it goes. Ah, Athena, watch where you're... Hands off. Huh? Eek! What the hell? Ouch! Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Eek! Apollo, this box, there's... What now? There's someone, or something inside. Don't let it be a snake. Who the... You morons just blew my cover. What the... There really is someone inside. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Alright, let's talk to this weirdo. Miriam Scuttlebutt. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too. You must be classmates with Juniper? Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? Caw. This disguises how I get my scoops. But you're right. It's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? Oh, I think he was sensing something from his bracelet. I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already. That was quick. Okay. Her eyes would have to be where we're looking. Right? Wait, this hand is like cringing. Perceive it.
Gotcha.
That hand was like in a cringe state. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. Cock! What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay, then let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism, because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence here. An extra edition of the Themis Herald published to coincide with the mock trial. Okay, can I read that? Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are. As someone who's never had Junie's best interest in mind. An unceremonious cancellation. What's wrong with the dude's hand? The prosecutor. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. It's this thing, yeah, because she writes the newspaper. That's the Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. God, you got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? God, if you just given me the info you have. Stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Miriam Scuttlebutt. Now I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No duh. She's the target of my scoops and my readers demand dirt. Extra. The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means. Wait a second. In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even further future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was at the scene of the crime. The art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? You really want to know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure? A rift in the trio. Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be? They still seem to get along fine to me. I did sense some discord, though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Corte had hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow. But I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Okay. Let's go to the lecture hall. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Do you want something? Did you find anything? Anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script, or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Heh, whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right. And I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. He's sweating. Pretty badly. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Would you mind telling us a little bit more about that? Discovering the body. Right. Before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students have a faculty please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right, there was that announcement, and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms. That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to be relaxed. Then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Why do you keep sweating when you say those things? Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Ah, where'd you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Thanks for sharing that important piece of evidence with us. Information. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry. We'll prove Juniper's innocence. You'll see. I can say you two inspire much confidence. I can't say you two inspire. Okay, Athena. What next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Alright, let's do it. Meet our client. Boom. Junie, this is Junie's second time or first time in this mess. Thena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Thena, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. So I'm gonna assume this is after that first trial, because she was calling her Thena in the first trial, and this one she stopped calling her Thena. Or maybe she stopped calling her Thena because they haven't seen each other since they were young, and then they seen each other again when they were older. But didn't Mr. Wright seem like he was like just being introduced to her or something? No, I don't know. I don't get it. Well, this is definitely before, because Apollo was he was hurt, and he's not hurt here, so this is before the first trial then. So we already proved Junie's innocent, like. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Corte and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revives the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Cortez noticed it immediately and changed it back. Ah, so if Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Oh, but so that would mean that Robin didn't like her? I thought it was a love triangle. Like that, Robin winning would have just made Robin confess, right? Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. The awl. I was wondering about that awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this from the suspect's pocket. Well, why, there's blood on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Cortez and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we've nothing to worry about there. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood-red color on the owl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the owl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the owl with what looked like blood on it. A key. And the owl? Professor Cortez normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the owl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... Man, that's gonna look bad against her. The owl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. But let's not jump the gun on this. Mock trial prep work. You and Professor Cortez were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Dina. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? I don't know. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep. Tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constant Corte, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is, the script and this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to end. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. He is. Alright. That was the end of investigation day 1. No, wrong button. Do I have enough time to jump into it? I'll probably end it here, guys. On the next part, we start the first day of trial. See you then.